Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be filming my FSU Q&A video. And all these questions have been asked by you guys in the comments section, and I have made a list of all the ones that I'm going to talk about today. My first question that I got asked is what I am majoring in. I'm an elementary education major, and I've always wanted to be a teacher since forever, it seems like. And I'm super excited to be taking all my classes in the future because they all seem really interesting, and I've loved all the teachers that I've had in the past. Another question that was asked was, how did you know FSU was the school for you? So the funny thing was, I was raised as a Gator, so University of Florida, because my cousins went there. And I've always thought, oh, I'll never go to FSU, or oh, FSU is not the school for me. When I took a tour of the campus, I fell in love. The architecture was great. The old buildings just made me love it. I've always wanted the old college feel when I was thinking about going to college in the past. And this school just had everything. It was beautiful, and I was super excited to have a little bit of change in the temperatures in comparison to Tampa. So when you're applying to FSU, I would say make sure you're a very well-rounded student. You might have the best grades ever, but if you're not involved with stuff, colleges most likely will want a student that is well-rounded, has been in activities, as well as having really good grades. I lived in Landis over the summer semester, and that is known as the honors dorm during the fall-spring semester. But that hall was beautiful. It was in the center of campus. You got to look on Landis Green. It was really pretty, very nice, and you could always look out and see all the cute boys playing frisbee or football, which was very nice. And I also lived in Sally Hall for fall spring, and a lot of people say it's not the best dorm on campus, but in my opinion, I loved living there. Just being really close with my suite mates, because over the summer I really wasn't, so it was nice to meet more people that way. And also Sally was really close to my major, or my future major, the education building, which was really nice. Overall, all the dorms are really good, and it just depends on your priority number and where you want to live. So I lived in a triple summer semester last year, and I wasn't really sure if I would like it. I didn't know if there would be really tight or if we wouldn't have enough room for all of our stuff. When you're put into a triple, the room is already bigger than the typical double room. So you're going to have more room to keep your stuff in your area, and your other two roommates will have room for their stuff. And this was really fun because I got to meet someone else I didn't know, and if you guys are more on the social side, then I would definitely say live in a triple, because then you get to meet more people. I got to meet friends through both of my roommates, so now I know a lot more people at the school. Another question was asked about where you should stay away from in Tallahassee. And I would say there's like a few areas that get a little sketchy. The one that I can think of off the top of my head is Frenchtown. That's more of like not so great side of town, but you should never, never, never go anywhere by yourself like at night. You're in a big city and you just don't want to take any chances. Over the summer, I did have my car on campus, and I barely ever used it. It kind of just sat in the parking garage for most of the time. There was a few times where I went off to the store to go grab some stuff, but I did have the meal plan, so I really didn't have to eat out very much. And a lot of my friends also had cars, so I was able to ride along with them, and sometimes we would take turns driving. But during the fall spring semester, I didn't have my car, and that's where I felt like it was a little more difficult. But there are buses that can take you around campus. You can take the city buses, and if you do know people with a car, that also helps out, because then you really won't use your car that much while you're living on campus, and if you have the meal plan, because everything is on campus or walking distance. Another big question was tips on parking, and FSU is a huge school. If you are commuting between home and FSU, I would say get to the parking lot early, because spots fill up quick. In the Traditions parking lot, oh my gosh, if you can't find a parking spot like the first time you go in, you won't be able to find one. It gets packed so quickly because it's like right in the middle of campus, and just everyone is circling and circling. The other parking garages around campus, they get full, but because they're on the outskirts of campus, it's more likely to find a parking spot. But in my opinion, you would want to get to campus early just so you would have a parking spot available to you at the beginning of the day. And if you do bring your car to campus, make sure that you register your car on the FSU website, and it's really easy. All the instructions are on there for you. So when I lived in Sally, our beds were bunked when we came in, and we decided just to leave them because it allowed for more space and it just kind of made it seem less small because the room's already small as it is, and you don't want to keep your beds like apart because then it makes it really difficult to get in between everything. But there is the option that you can debunk the beds if you live in Sally. It just makes it a little bit tighter of a squeeze. In my opinion, a good way to make friends on campus is definitely become friends with your roommates, because you're going to be living with them for a good portion of the year. Become friends with the people in your dorm, because you will be seeing all these people almost every single day. Like, either you're walking up the stairs, going in the elevator, or if you're in the study room. It's just nice to have people you know around you. So if you're like, hey, I'm hungry, who wants to go eat? Like, you can just knock on someone's door and be like, hey, do you want to go to dinner? And it just makes it really easy to make friends. That's what I did over the summer. I made a lot of friends with the people on my dorm floor and a few other people in the dorm as well. And it just was more of a convenience aspect because we all were together and we all were new to college, and everyone's nervous, everyone's a little scared to be off on their own for the first time. So just being friends with the people around you makes it a lot easier. You can also join clubs, join Greek life, and at your job, if you have one, you can make friends there. As a lot of you know who may be going to FSU, Greek life is something that a lot of people are involved in. But that doesn't mean that you also have to be involved with it if it's not your scene. A lot of people I knew weren't involved with it, and they still made a lot of friends and had a lot of fun up at FSU. It's just a big organization that a lot of people are in, but it definitely is not something you have to be a part of. And that's all for this video. Thank you guys for asking all these questions, and if you have any more, please feel free to ask me in the comments section below. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more FSU videos in the future. Thanks guys, bye!